Hello, everybody. I hope you guys had a fantastic lunch and you're ready to go out there and enjoy yourselves, enjoy your weekend. Real quick, just before, and this is the great thing about having your office as a podcast center, is that anytime I have a thought, anytime I have something I'd like to share with you, all I have to do is switch on my lights. I got my Rodecaster Pro. Boom, we're in business. Tell me where you're watching me from, wherever you're from, the Maldives, Kwakasomokuchinsani, Bogota, Colombia, Ghost Town, Cape Town in South Africa. There's a terrifying territory over there in Cape Town, South Africa. It's called Ghost Town. The police are not allowed to go there. It is the bastion of lawlessness. If you're watching me from Ghost Town, South Africa, you're welcome. Call the police while you're watching me and let them know that you need help. They'll come running. They will. So here it is. Let me just make sure that we're on the same page here. Guys, there's something I need to share with you that I think is important to talk about. Lauren Warrens, hello, everybody. Hi. Paula Scott from Arkansas. Hello, Paula Scott. Thank you. Paula, we're talking about Zambian politics. So guys, there's something I wanted to share with you real quick. As many of you know, several different candidates have filed in their nomination fees and their nomination papers in preparation for the upcoming Patriotic Front convention. Now, the Patriotic Front are a political party that used to be in government. They were the ones that held the reins of power, as it were, here in Zambia up until last year, 2021, August of 2021. The Zambian people came together in unison, and we decided to remove these despots, these vagabonds, these purveyors of chaos, these brutes, in a sense. And we unceremoniously or ceremoniously, depending on how you look at it, we removed them and we ushered in a brand new administration led by Mr. Hakainde Hichilema, who, in our opinion, is doing a tremendous job against the backdrop of what he's had to deal with. Okay. So now the Patriotic Front have had to deal with the thorny issue of selecting someone to take over from former President Lungu. That's where the Patriotic Front is right now. Now, let me be very clear, okay? Let me be very clear that they have announced, the PF have announced themselves, they've said that the convention will take place in March of 2023. This is what they've told the general public, okay? And incidentally, today, the 28th of October, which is today was the memorial for the late Mr. Sata. And Mr. Sata was the founding president of the Patriotic Front. He's the one that organized it. He founded it, okay? Not found it, he founded it, okay? Meaning he established it. Because I know somebody's going, no, how can you say founded? Yeah, he founded it. He established the Patriotic Front. And so today was his memorial. And I found it interesting and curious that most of the PF members that attended today's memorial, they looked despondent. They looked like they were attending, no pun intended, a funeral. I mean, usually a memorial service for someone, for a patriarch, a memorial service for a patriarch is a celebration of that patriarch's life. What, did you not know that? Did you not know that a memorial service, in a sense, is a celebration of the person that's passed on, a celebration of their life and their achievements. You're not supposed to show up looking like you were baptized in lemon juice. You're not supposed to show up looking like you've just had a root canal. You're supposed to show up with vest and you're supposed to have a vociferous attitude, a joyous attitude, an attitude of celebration. But oh no, those PF guys, boy, tell you what, each one of them looked like they were baptized in orange and lemon juice. Aba lokwafye beka beka. Abo nakachindabo imyenfu kwatinisa vimbi. With that ridiculous pair of binoculars he walks around with. You know, honestly, I can't stand Rafael Nakachinda. I mean, I don't mind telling you, I would rather speedboat through a sewer pond than to sit and watch Rafael Nakachinda prancing around with his binoculars. Drives me nuts every time I see that guy. Honestly, really. Every time I see Rafael Nakachinda, I just want to wrestle him to the ground. I'm okay. And then, you know, former President Lungu, bless him, but you know, he looked like he didn't even want to be there. I mean, former President Lungu just literally looked like, look, you know what? I don't want to be here. Must we do this? That's the expression I was reading. And then Iris Kaingu shows up like Iris thinks she's Marilyn Monroe, dressed in green. How in the entire hell are you going to show up at a memorial service looking like Marilyn Monroe? But you know, the truth is, it wasn't out of character for Iris. It's not out of character for Iris to show up looking like Monroe. And that's a very conservative example. Okay, but let's be clear, guys. Let's be clear. Even though the PF have announced that the convention will take place in March, the truth is the convention will not take place in March of 2023. I want that to sink in for a moment. I want that to sizzle. I want that to sizzle in your spirit for a second. I need that to just sizzle in your heart for a moment. The convention will not take place in March of 2023. Well, how do you know? It's simple. Because of in-house fighting. You think those chaps are saints? You think those PF vagabonds observe the tenets of fair play? No. Those chaps are dangerous. They're going to kill each other in there. There will be so many internal wranglings because of in-house fighting. They are going to announce, no, comrades, brothers and sisters, we were scheduled to have this convention in March of 2023. Alas, twakangiwa, because of in-house fighting. And let me explain. If that happens, if the in-house fighting occurs and it continues, guess what's going to happen? Everyone that has paid their nomination fees will be barred from entering the convention. And guess what's going to happen? President Lungu, there are people around President Lungu that are going to say, Walungu, the confusion is too much. Some sects loyal to Mr. Lungu will try to reinstate him as presidential candidate. You see, that's the ploy. That's the hustle. Some of you don't really see the hustle. Some of you are just looking at the 200,000 kwacha that Miles has paid, the 200,000 kwacha that Emmanuel Mwamba has paid, the 200,000 kwacha that GBM has paid. You're just looking at, that's the scapegoat, the hustle. The hustle is that next year they're going to turn around, and because of infighting, because of so much infighting, the people, the sects, the groups that are loyal to Mr. Lungu will try to reinstate him as presidential candidate, and they'll start singing, Alebwede Dapo. That's the hustle. Those chaps, dangerous. Well, and here's the thing. We can see the writing on the wall. We see the writing on the wall. We know exactly where it's headed. Now, everything I've told you is based on realpolitik. Okay? Have you ever heard of realpolitik? Realpolitik is practical politics. Not an ideological sense of politics, no. Realpolitik, practical, on the ground, grassroots politics within the Zambian context. That's how they do it. And you are foolish and you are naive if you don't see the writing on the wall. Everything I've told you, it's got nothing to do with prophecy. Because, I know some of you, you're going to turn around and say, oh, you prophesied. No, this is not prophecy. This is realpolitik, practical Zambian politics. That's how it's done. That's how we do it. So it's very easy to see the writing on the wall. It is. All right, let me read a couple of your comments. Patrick says, Mr. Moya, you're 100% right. This is a game of Chochise. The PF know the only one, Lungu, is to stand. Gibson Mulenga says, that's true, Mr. Moya. All PF members will want to stand. Are you hearing? I'm not sure what this means. Conrad says they'll lift their legs and hands. Katwishing and finish. If I don't know what that means, you need to educate me. Nancy says you're right. I've lived over half a century. I'm not claiming that I am all-knowing. I'm not claiming that I have my finger on the pulse. I'm not. All I'm saying is that I'm 50 plus years old, and I've been around a couple of years. I've been around the block a few times. This is not my first rodeo. I've seen how politics is played out, and this is what I see happening. Of course, if you have a different opinion than mine, you're welcome to float that opinion. You are. You're welcome to float that opinion. Mr. Moya, that's a good analysis. James Sakala, thank you, guys. Guys, thank you for watching. God bless you.